Hey guys, I'm Tango and I'm part of TeamTang. So here I'm planning to do a new series for you guys called TeamTang Tactics. The series will include in-depth guides on a range of topics related to Bad Company 2. So, for example, I will be covering rushing, capping flags, what to do in such situations, etc. The first series would relate to one topic, while the other series would hopefully relate to a separate topic. So the first episode will be a pilot episode, meaning if I get good feedback on this episode, I will continue to make the next episodes for the topic, and if I get bad feedback and if you guys don't want to watch this, I'll just stop and make other Bad Company 2 videos. So depending on the feedback will depend on if I make another tactics video. So the first series will be on the initial rush on Conquest. So I'll be giving our methods on how we like to rush on the start of the maps. And just so you know, these aren't the best tactics. These are tactics that we use. These aren't the best tactics whatsoever. There could be better ones for all we know. This is what works for us. We all agree that rushing the flags at the start of Conquest is a very effective tactic, and in some cases determine the outcome of the game. Our first rule to rushing is having a squad. A squad that you can communicate to and even trust will make your rush the most effective it can be. So having a squad will allow you to obviously capture flags faster and have that extra support in combat. Sorry for the long introduction. The next episode, if I do it, would get straight into the guide. For the first episode of Russian Conquest, I'll be looking at Arica Harbour. Arica Harbour on Conquest is a very linear map with plenty of buildings for cover. For the first part, I'll be looking at spawning from the Russian side, and then later on I'll be looking at the spawn for the US side. And now I'm going to show you how I do a rush on the Russian side.
Бункер захвачен. Враг нейтрализован. Позиция захвачена.
So now I'm going to explain what I just did. So, as you can see, I immediately spawn up, so I don't leave any time for the setup screen to show up. As soon as it comes up, I tap A and I make my way to the Bravo flag. And right now, because you probably can't see it, but a tank spawns at me, so he can do his part of the rush, which you'll see later. So now you can see me making my way up through to Bravo onto a certain point, so I can capture Bravo. By the time we capture Alpha, the enemy probably would have captured Charlie, so those would happen at the same time, but I'm already at Bravo, so I can stop any enemies coming from the bottom straight to Bravo. So now you can see that the rush worked quite well. The enemy panicked, so they rushed from Charlie to Bravo, which I can intercept them and take out incoming enemies, and I managed to take out 2 people, and the other guy got taken out by our teammates. So now I'm going to show Panda Tank's perspective in the same game. So he spawns on me, makes his way through to Alpha, and another squad member spawns on him, so the squad member can capture Alpha for him while he can make his way to the top side of the map. He can look across the barriers and take out any enemies from the top looking towards Bravo. As you can see, within 2 minutes of the game, we already have good coverage of the area from Alpha to Bravo. We have Bravo well defended and the enemy panicked and blindly charged through the centre, in which they will be easily taken out as they are unprepared. From this point on, it will be kind of hard to say what the next best move will be, as the enemy could be aggressive or quite slow. So that was the rush guide for the Russian spawn, and now I will show my US rush perspective.
Oh, taking a biscuit. I think we're out of control.
So again, as I saw the option to spawn up, I immediately skipped the spawn options and went straight towards Bravo. My whole squad decided to go for Bravo as we trust the other team members to capture Charlie for us. I like to jump down to the centre and watch for any enemies to come up, and if I don't see any enemies while I capture the flag, I will make a move towards the construction site and check if there's any enemies about. And in this case I do find some and take them out pretty quickly. And now for TeamTang's perspective on the US side.
Yo, we got this fish cleared and under control. Local sensor away. Control local sensor now. Fish is cleared and under control.
So TeamTang pretty much does the same thing as me. He runs down to the Bravo flag in quick spawning. He doesn't actually jump down with me straight onto the flag. He'll stay on top where he can get a good vantage point, get a good view of where the enemies come from, especially at Alpha flag and the construction site. So as you can see, you get good coverage of the map already within 1 to 2 minutes of the game. You already have the Bravo and Charlie flag, so you already have the advantage of bleeding the enemy tickets, which is probably one of the best things to use in this game for Conquest. And also anything from this point on is kind of random, so it's up to you to make your next move. So this is the end of the guide for the first episode of TeamTang Tactics. Again, if you enjoyed this kind of series where I give some tips and tricks, please like the video. And if you'd like me to continue, can you suggest what map I should do next for Russian Conquest? So I'll be doing the next one by majority vote. Also, we're sorry for not putting any Rush videos up. We think the C4 UAVs and quad bikes are really stupid, so as soon as DICE fix it, we'll start posting some Rush commentaries. So, hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe.